Welcome to the OnlyFans Secrets Marketing Podcast. The goal of this podcast is to help both new and established OnlyFans creators learn the basics of online branding, marketing, and promotion to help you make more money with your content and maximize your time online. My name is Richard Lewis, and I have over 20 years of internet marketing experience. So let's get started with today's topic. That topic is OnlyFans and Twitter super follows. Okay, so at the time I'm recording this podcast, Twitter just announced the concept of super follows. This is a step in the direction of a giant social media company stepping right into competition directly with OnlyFans, in my opinion. All right, so in this podcast, we'll discuss how OnlyFans creators can prepare and benefit from this new product of Twitter's. Okay, so what does Twitter say super follows are? Okay, so most of you are familiar with Twitter itself. It's been around for quite a long time. You can be on there and you can follow people for free, and whatever they tweet, you'll be able to see. So there's never really been a paywall on Twitter before. You can do Twitter advertising, but that's really not, again, a paywall. So what does Twitter say this is? So it says that Super Follows is a program that will let individual users and publishers earn money from followers who pay them to get exclusive content, e-commerce deals, and other perks. So this is definitely Twitter jumping in on the whole subscription craze. How this plays out, we will have to see. But what they are saying is that they're going to set up a paywall system where you can subscribe to a particular Twitter handle and receive back exclusive content. They don't really delve into details here, which we'll go in later about in this podcast, speculating. But, what it seems to me is that it's something very similar to OnlyFans, but with existing Twitter accounts. Okay, so it says it will incentivize them to create content their followers will love. So that's directly from a Twitter representative stating that it's to incentivize, people who are already on Twitter to create other content. And it doesn't really go into details here on why people would pay for this content. Like, what about the content would be pay-worthy? But they're acting like this will incentivize people who are already on Twitter who have accounts to create even better content. Again, people create content on Twitter with the hopes that it will be retweeted and they will get more attention, similar to, the whole concept of a social network. I'm not really sure why that would incentivize people to create even better content. Obviously, people who get paid for things, create good content. But again, I don't know why it would necessarily incentivize. But that's what Twitter is saying. And they also say that this is expected to get launched in 2021. So it's February 2021 right now. So within the next 10 months, they're saying that they will plan to launch it. And they've also said that, they're a lot faster at launching new products and new ideas into Twitter than they used to be. So they're pretty confident to be able to get this to the market in 2021. Okay, so why is this a direct competition to OnlyFans? Okay, so it's pretty obvious that, they've seen what's going on with OnlyFans, and they're hoping to, kind of create their own version, at least, Other social media platforms are moving in this direction as well. But this is the first one that is at its core not safe for work friendly. So we've gone over before that Twitter is open to 18 plus content. They don't have a lot of issue with that as long as you keep it out of the public, public banners and profiles, because again, you can't select to see or not see those particular things, banners and profiles. But you can choose within the settings of Twitter to see not for safe work or not safe for work content or not. So Twitter has held pretty strong with this as far as allowing that kind of content. So if this was going on something like Instagram, and I'm sure that they will follow suit, but if this was going on Instagram is not particularly, not safe for work friendly, and it's not friendly to 18 plus content creators, but Twitter is. So this very much seems like a direct competition concept. And it's also ironic because Twitter is one of those things that OnlyFans itself really incentivizes and says, go on to Twitter and market on Twitter, which has created an entire, group of people who never used Twitter before, who then jumped on Twitter because they wanted to be an OnlyFans creator and market to the people who were on Twitter. So Twitter also must be paying attention to this and know that all of those content creators have created accounts within Twitter itself, which gives them an opportunity to be able to market to them and say, start up, one of these super follow accounts with us, and now you can go ahead and advertise it as well, because you'll have both the people who you'll be on there, but you'll also have people who have been on Twitter that you can market to. So it's interesting. And then obviously Twitter has hundreds of millions of users already signed up for the platform. That's great. So if they just integrate it in a very easy way, then you can take all those hundreds of millions of people and just add a buying component, a place where they can place in their credit card and then purchase super follower accounts. So again, much like how OnlyFans has, about 100 million, people on it, Twitter has those numbers as well. So it will instantly become a competitor to OnlyFans. Okay, so what are some possible issues for OnlyFans creators? All right, so, there's a lot of questions here we don't have answers to, but here are some that, seem like they might come up. So will Twitter regulate more to keep people on a Twitter? So will they regulate OnlyFans promotion more? Right now, it's pretty free reign as far as what you can promote, what you can do. Will Twitter, if they are coming into direct competition with OnlyFans, will they make it harder to market your OnlyFans on Twitter? Now, we all know that Twitter is the most friendly, and you have things that, like Instagram and TikTok, very popular, but hard to promote there. They've banned the, hashtags for OnlyFans on those particular sites, while Twitter has not. So, you ask yourself, well, if they are going to want to keep people on their platform, are they going to regulate your promotion of OnlyFans more on Twitter? And then secondly, this is a big question. How will Twitter protect DMCA and copyright protection for people who create on their platform? The first question obviously is, are they going to allow content creators of 18 plus material to have super follow accounts? And I'm making the assumption that the answer is going to be yes, because Twitter has never, shied away from that kind of material, and the majority of OnlyFans creators are creating that kind of material. So we're going to make that assumption that the answer is yes, that they are going to allow that, but that creates a whole lot of problems for them because, as I've mentioned in previous podcasts, once you place something on Twitter, it's pretty much out there. You can then do a Google search for it, search like a video or a picture, and it'll pop up because Google is crawling, Twitter and what Twitter produces. Now, obviously, Twitter can put up protections against that. They can put, no follow tags, a bunch of other technical mumbo jumbo to prevent that kind of copyrighted material from going out. But that's they're going to have to create a whole new layers for that. And they're going to have to be similar to OnlyFans in helping creators protect their material. Is Twitter going to be willing to do that, to take those extra steps to protect what is being created? Because Twitter has never had to do that before. Twitter has always been free, and therefore there's no assumption of direct protection over materials that are posted on there. Even in a few podcasts back, I talked about that, not posting too much on your Twitter because of the assumption, again, that it's public now because you're promoting the picture or video. So this is a big question for Twitter. Is Twitter going to be stepping up in that regard? And, and how, if they do allow the adult content subscriptions, how will they regulate those? So, are they going to have similar price points? Are they going to say, okay, well, you can, only have subscriptions that cost X amount? I mean, if you think about it, Twitter could look at OnlyFans and say, okay, OnlyFans has to deal with all these different issues because they're a smaller company. Perhaps we can, do things like higher tip rates, higher subscription rates. They can compete in ways that OnlyFans might not be able to. But what's good, I feel, for OnlyFans creators is competition is a great thing. So if Twitter comes along and they start competing directly with OnlyFans, OnlyFans will have to move in better directions where they have not before. And when you have competition for the same amount of money or the same clients, same content creators, you have to start treating those people better. So this could be very good for OnlyFans creators because there's going to be direct competition, or there could be. Again, we don't know whether or not they are going to allow adult content subscriptions. But if they do, this could be very good for OnlyFans creators because, if you have a whole bunch of different options, people are going to sweeten the pot. They're going to make life better for you to be with them. That's just how business works. Okay, and then can an OnlyFans sub be included in perks? So when they talk about, we're going to incentivize content e-commerce deals, what's to stop you from offering your OnlyFans as part of the super follow? And that just always is a question, like what would really prevent you from doing that? So could you create inside your Twitter your ability to offer many different subscriptions to many different sites all in one bundle? I've looked into that quite a bit. I've thought of that for some businesses that I've thought of starting. And for Twitter, this could be something they really could do. They could say, okay, well, your OnlyFans isn't, included, or you could set it up that way. And then now you're subscribed to Twitter, but also subscribed to OnlyFans. And again, hard to say whether or not they'd be able to do that, but they do state e-commerce deals and other perks. So as part of those deals, I could see you putting in and saying, okay, subscribe as a super follower on Twitter, and you get 50% off my OnlyFans, something like that. Okay,